I'm Melissa Ponzio, and this is WebMD's Ask the Pharmacist with McCary Weck-Marciniak, National Spokesperson for the American Pharmacist Association, Clinical Associate Professor at the UNC Eshelman School of Pharmacy, and practicing pharmacist. She's here to answer the most frequently asked pharmaceutical questions put to us by you, the WebMD community. What is the dosage of infant ibuprofen for a 16-pound infant? We have a 0.8 milliliter dropper.
Wow, this is a hefty question with lots of good information that we can share. So let's get right into it. First is that for a cold, we can use medications to treat pain or fever, and ibuprofen is one of those examples. Now, that being said, ibuprofen is only approved to be used over the counter for children 6 months of age and older. So for this infant, I'm not sure if he's or she would be above the age of 6 months, but I'd probably want to look into that first. Now, if you were younger than 6 months, we'd want to make sure we talk with your pediatrician first to be sure that this is the route they would want you to take. So when we're dosing medications over the counter, it's always important to use the syringes or the dosing devices, the droppers, that come packaged with that over-the-counter medication. So I'm hoping that this 0.8 milliliter syringe is the one that came with that ibuprofen itself. You never want to change those between different products that you're buying. You want to use the one that only came with that important package. So that being said, the ibuprofen dose that we typically use for children is anywhere between 5 to 10 milligrams per kilogram. And so we would convert the weight that we know in pounds into kilograms. Now, every box does usually guide our dosing by weight, because for children, we always base their medication doses based on their weight. And so the box itself may give some guides, or we could use that general 5 to 10 milligrams per kilogram of body weight to know how much to dose. So definitely this is an area where I think a parent would want to talk with a pharmacist or another healthcare provider, because it can get very confusing of how much to give and how do I dose that appropriately, and to make sure you know how to pull up the right dose with the dosing device that you have. So if they have any questions, I would encourage them to go to their pharmacist to make sure that they can dose the correct amount of ibuprofen for that child.